the Anunnaki. The name itself sounds alien, mysterious. It evokes images of ancient astronauts and forgotten civilizations. But what does it really mean? Where does it come from? The answer lies in the heart of ancient Mesopotamia, in the language of the Sumerians. The Sumerians were a remarkable people. They developed one of the world's first written languages and made significant strides in mathematics, astronomy, and agriculture. Their mythology was rich and complex, filled with stories of gods and goddesses who played active roles in their lives. The word Anunnaki comes from the Sumerian words An, meaning heaven, and Ki, meaning earth. So the Anunnaki were literally the ones from heaven who came to earth. This simple translation hints at their divine status and their connection to the celestial realms. But who were these beings from heaven? Were they gods, as the Sumerians believed, or could they have been something else entirely, something more extraterrestrial? This is a question that has fascinated scholars, historians, and conspiracy theorists for centuries. In the rich tapestry of Sumerian mythology, the Anunnaki hold a place of paramount importance. They are not merely deities in the traditional sense, but powerful beings who shape the destiny of humanity and the world as we know it. Their story, as told through ancient texts and cuneiform inscriptions, is a captivating blend of creation myths, epic battles, and divine interventions. The Sumerian creation myth tells of a time before humans, when the earth was a primordial sea. It was from this chaotic void that the Anunnaki emerged, descending from the heavens to establish their reign. They were not a unified force, however, but a complex society with its own hierarchy, rivalries, and ambitions. At the pinnacle of this divine hierarchy stood Anu, the sky god, ruler of all the Anunnaki. Below him were his sons, Enlil, god of wind and storm, and Enki, god of water and wisdom. These three deities, along with a host of other powerful Anunnaki, would shape the course of human history, for better or for worse. The Anunnaki were not benevolent gods in the traditional sense. They were often depicted as capricious, demanding, and even cruel. Yet they were also responsible for bestowing upon humanity the gifts of civilization, such as agriculture, writing, and law. Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, is often referred to as the cradle of civilization. It was here, in this fertile crescent of land, that the Sumerians and later the Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians built their empires and made groundbreaking advancements in art, science, and technology. This region, with its rich alluvial soil and abundant water sources, was not only a cradle for human civilization, but also the setting for many of the Anunnaki's exploits. The Sumerians believed that their gods were physically present in their cities, residing in grand temples and ziggurats that reached towards the heavens. These monumental structures served as both palaces and places of worship, where priests acted as intermediaries between the divine and the mortal. The Anunnaki's influence permeated every aspect of Sumerian life, from their political systems and social hierarchies to their religious practices and everyday rituals. The Anunnaki's legacy in Mesopotamia extended far beyond the Sumerian civilization. The Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians, who inherited and adapted Sumerian culture, incorporated the Anunnaki into their own pantheons, albeit with some variations in names and attributes. Section 4. Divine Governance. The Anunnaki's role in Sumerian society. The Anunnaki were not distant deities who resided solely in the heavens. They were actively involved in the affairs of humans, shaping their destinies and demanding their obedience. In Sumerian society, the Anunnaki were seen as the ultimate rulers, with human kings acting as their representatives on Earth. Each city-state in ancient Sumer was believed to be under the protection of a particular patron deity from the Anunnaki pantheon. For example, the city of Ur was associated with Nana, the moon god, while Nippur was the sacred city of Enlil. These patron deities were responsible for the well-being of their cities and their inhabitants, ensuring fertility, prosperity, and protection from harm. The king, as the human intermediary between the gods and the people, played a crucial role in maintaining this divine order. He was responsible for upholding justice, enforcing laws, and ensuring that the Anunnaki received their due offerings and sacrifices. Failure to do so could result in divine wrath, manifesting as floods, droughts, or military defeats. This concept of divine governance, with the Anunnaki as the ultimate authority, had a profound impact on the development of Sumerian society. It fostered a sense of order and hierarchy, but it also instilled a deep sense of dependence on the gods. Section 5. Anu, the supreme ruler of the Anunnaki pantheon. At the apex of the Anunnaki pantheon stood Anu, the sky god. He was the embodiment of heaven itself, the primordial force from which all creation sprang. His name, Anu, is synonymous with sky in Sumerian, and his symbol was the celestial bull, representing power and virility. Anu was not a deity who directly interacted with humans. He resided in the highest heavens, far removed from the earthly realm. His power was absolute, but his rule was often indirect, exercised through his children and other members of the Anunnaki pantheon. Anu, as Anu. Despite my distance from human affairs, I play a crucial role in the Anunnaki's governance of the cosmos. I am the ultimate arbiter of justice, the dispenser of kingship, and the guardian of the divine order. His most important act of creation was bringing forth the other Anunnaki, including his sons Enlil and Enki, who would inherit much of his power and authority. Thus, Anu's legacy extended far beyond his celestial abode, shaping the destiny of both gods and humans alike.